Alright, in this video we will be covering the basics of what is Lost Ark and is it pay to win. So first off, what is Lost Ark? Lost Ark is a Korean MMOARPG that was developed by Smilegate and first started to hit the scene around 2015-2016 with some trailer footage that came out that everyone who was dissatisfied with Diablo 3 got really hyped up about, only to quickly learn that it was still in early beta in Korea, and the hopes of it coming to the West anytime soon were quickly dashed, and after a year or two people started to wonder if it would ever come to the West. It went to Russia a couple of years ago and is now finally coming here to the West, to the Americas and Europe this fall of 2021. And let's jump into a little bit of the style and essentially what it is. So more or less it is Diablo with waifus, big tits, and boob physics in game. Also, the scale of the world is significantly larger than any other ARPG available today. There is a huge world map along with boat traveling, multiple continents, tons of little islands with their own unique themes that you can travel to and unlock the content there and explore. The game also has up to 16 player raids, so it has that MMO dungeon raiding element to it, which, love it or hate it, is not something available in really any other ARPG out there to date. And there's some pretty cool action sequences where your character will jump across open edges or slide down a zip line, climbing up objects, etc. And these raids do look pretty well done with the way the bosses attack. It seems unique, and the moves aren't telegraphed so much that they become child's play. So there will be 5 base classes at the launch of the game here in the West. I believe in Korea the total number is 6 now, or at least the planned number of base classes is 6, but we will have 5 here in the West at launch, and those are Warrior, Martial Artist, Gunner, Mage, and Assassin. And each class has their own subset of specialist classes, giving you access to totally different play styles and themes for the subclass, as well as their own special unique abilities. And these abilities you can level up to 10. You don't have enough points to max out every ability or skill, but as you put more points into each ability, you unlock certain tiers of that skill. I believe there are 3 total, and as you unlock each tier you gain access to runes, or I'm not sure what they're called in this game, but essentially skill runes, where you can buff the skill. Some of them are just stat buffs like reduced resource cost or cooldown or damage, while others completely rework the skill and change its playstyle entirely, potentially changing it from a massive AoE to a cone-shaped attack with different properties. So you have a lot of room for customization, it would seem like, in this game for your builds, which is always a good thing. Visually, the game is very striking. The abilities all are very flashy and over the top. They make your character feel very powerful, and the way that the monsters die is also very well done. The physics look real, like the monsters actually have weight to them as they are pummeled and thrown into the air. Also, the way the monsters have a lot of gore, and the death animations vary based off of how you kill them and what direction the attack comes from. It looks like it would be very satisfying to massacre these monsters. I really like how a lot of the classes in this game and the specialist classes are not your typical fantasy MMO type class that you would find. Like, there is a gun lancer who's basically a heavy shield using pole arm master that has a cannon built into his pole arm, and you just cannon blast people while you've got them impaled on your lance. The paladin also seems to be more offensive oriented, using a giant two-hander versus the typical sword and board Healy tank type class you would find in most of these genres of games. And the variations in the advanced classes are very striking. One good example, looking at the martial artist advanced classes, one of them is more of an energy attack, ranged energy attack using specialist. Basically has some Dragon Ball Z attacks like Kamehameha and what looks like a spirit bomb, whereas another one looks more like a flashy, high mobility, punch and kick striking character that is just going to blow through mobs with giant arm fist weapons. There are some knock-up combos in this game where you can hit a group of monsters up into the air, jump up into the air with them, and combo them, smash them back into the ground, and so they're disabled while they are knocked up in the air and vulnerable to your attacks. I'm sure there are a great number of combos that when you are playing multiplayer, especially in a larger group, where you can combo large groups of monsters and just utterly decimate them while they are knocked up in the air and unable to retaliate. Originally, the classes in Lost Ark were gender locked, so if you wanted to play a warrior, you had to create a male character, whereas if you wanted to be a martial artist or a mage, you had to create a female character. I am not sure if the release of the Western version will have gender-locked classes or not. It was a somewhat recent update in the Korean version towards the end of 2020 that finally removed gender-locked classes, so I'm not 100% sure if it will be available in the release of the Western version from the get-go, or if it's something we'll have to wait a little bit for. I'm inclined to think that there will be no gender locking at the release of the game, because in the trailer for the martial artist class they do show a male version of the character, but I am not 100% sure, and I could not find confirmation of this on the Western homepage website of the game. Okay, so I know what you're thinking. This game looks great, but is it pay to win? Will that ruin the experience? Okay, so let's jump in to the pay to win elements. Is Lost Ark pay to win? Let's try and break this down. So these are the founder packs you can purchase now. They will grant you beta access, 3-day head start of the official launch, an exclusive pet, which may not sound like much at all, but there are pets in this game apparently that give you stat bonuses. So that could be, if it's a pet with a stat bonus, that could be a little bit pay to win. This 30-day crystalline aura, which is basically a huge convenience boost for your account. So you get free trips through this triport, which I believe is the teleportation system, 50% discount on ship tickets. There's boats used for travel in this game. This is basically daily NPC affinity interaction. It allows you to gain rank with the NPCs. It's basically like reputation from WoW, except you build it with individual NPCs and you can earn items from that. This seems self-explanatory. The Bifrost slots are kind of like a Hearthstone system. You can set a return point and instantly teleport back to it. So this gives you 2 additional spots you can set to teleport back to. Song of the Return, I don't know exactly what this is, but you know, you're cutting the cooldown in half. Not 100% sure on the stronghold, but it's going to take 10% off the research time. This is off the craft time. This is off dispatch time. Faster energy recovery speed. Free ultimate stress buster. And that just, next one just looks like a title. Alright, and moving on to the higher end packs, we're just going to jump over to Platinum, because Platinum basically has everything that these other ones have, but a little bit extra. Just wanted to compare the lowest tier to the highest tier. So you get everything that you would get in the bronze pack, plus you get royal crystals in these higher tier packs, which looks to be the in-game currency. And once you start getting into silver and above, you get a supply crate, which gives you resurrection feathers. Looks like you can resurrect your allies with them. Not sure if you can resurrect yourself. You get silver, which is the in-game currency, whereas the royal crystals are the cash shop currency. You get 5 equipment crates, and this is where it starts to look a little bit like potential purchase of power. Looks like these are for fighting enemies for the most part, and you get some gatherer's tool chests, which seem to be for farming materials in the game. And you get these leveling chests, which give you a lot of, well, it's hard to say what a lot of in-game currency would be, but this is 130,000 silver, whereas you just get 50,000 silver to start here. And then you also get battle item chests. You can choose utility oriented battle items, so I'm not sure if that's more of those use items or if it's actual gear, you get this avatar, a character expansion slot, another avatar, an exclusive mount, which I have another post pulled up here. We'll go through on how the pets and mounts actually provide a little bit of stat bonuses. You get a wallpaper, an exclusive structure for your stronghold, and this gift selection chest seems to help boost your reputation with NPCs, and this special card pack. So that is what's available. This is the only thing we know 100% for sure that can be purchased right now with cash, with real money. The in-game cash shop is not finalized for the release of the game as of the making of this video. So now we will jump over to this post on Reddit, which covers some of what the OP claims are paid to win elements of the game. Okay, so covering this post, the 3 points that he brings up from information he claims to have from the alpha, which several commenters seem to confirm, and also from what's available on the Russian versions of the game's cash shop. You can purchase outfits with stats, which are not earnable in the game, that can give you a total of 8% bonus stats. In the game, you can only get outfits with a total of 4% bonus stats, so cash shop players will have an extra 4% bonus, which, as you know, if you play a lot of these games, all things being equal, that bonus will be the difference between winning in PvP or one character just being, you know, edging out another character slightly. Pets also have a monthly subscription that can give you a bonus to 2 stats, anywhere from 2 to 10%, and this includes combat stats. In order to gain those stats, you have to have a subscription to the pet, which only lasts for a month, and it's not something you can earn in-game. And GVG, which I'm assuming is guild versus guild, and island PvP is not normalized. So if you don't have those stat boosts, you will be at a disadvantage to everyone that does. In the rest of this post, they do mention that you can grind for gold, and I don't know all the currencies in the game, if by gold he means silver or if there's gold and silver currency in the game. And you can purchase these items that other players have purchased with real money that then sell them on the auction house. So this is going to be it. Potentially you could, you know, quote unquote earn them in the game, but only by buying them from players who have purchased them with real money. And this is not all confirmed. This is information from the alpha. And let's go through some of these other posts down here that kind of confirm what he's saying. So here they say there's an NDA, so they can't provide proof and stuff, but the outfits are capped at 1% a piece, so 8 total, whereas the earned ones are capped at 0.5, so 4% total. Here's another playing saying, yes, there's no shop. Some of the information's false. This person says a shop's disabled, but pet subscriptions are enabled. Actually, sorry, this is the OP. This person says, as someone who played the alpha, he's right on almost every point he made. Sure, some of it is speculation since it was just an alpha test, but we know these things typically don't change. Premium outfit stats are confirmed and available in alpha. They even give you a piece for completing the tutorial that literally gives bonus stats. The pet subscription thing is in the alpha and obviously a premium item. The only thing he's wrong is that you can earn every premium item without paying anything, since you can buy them with in-game money, but of course how hard that will be determined by the economy eventually. And so if this does stay in the game, it does make it seem like there will be a fair amount of pay-to-win elements in the game. We'll have to wait for official confirmation, but it won't surprise me if the game does release where pay-to-win players will have a small but noticeable advantage in terms of power. I was hoping it was just going to be convenience or cost to speed up progression in the game. Those things don't bother me quite as much because you do have to find a way to monetize the game, and I kind of look at it almost as a subscription fee, with playing the completely free version as just being a slower way to progress through the game. Almost like the subscription of buying the crystalline aura would be the sub cost of the game, so the subscription fee for a month, and that's the baseline. And if you want to play the free version, then you just, you know, progress a little bit slower than the players who are subscribed to the game. Unfortunately, it looks like there may be some pay to win in this. It still looks pretty sweet though. I definitely am gonna check it out when it becomes available to play. I probably will buy one of the Founders Packs just so that I can get into the beta and get some footage. Hopefully there's no NDA on it. So if you're interested in seeing that when it comes out, you don't want to shell out any cash, drop a subscribe, smash that subscribe button, and thanks for watching, thanks for listening, and remember to give them the D. I'll let the remainder of the mage clip play out, and that's going to wrap it up for this video, guys.